Hello, friends. This is Annette of AnnetteLeonard.com, back again with another moment for chronic wellness. And I am wrapping up telling you a bit about my infusions. And so I get these Rituxan infusions, and generally, the way that it goes is I get the infusion, and for the first couple of days after the infusion, I feel an increased amount of flu-like symptoms. To be clear, y'all, I have myalgic encephalomyelitis, otherwise known as chronic fatigue syndrome. So there is like a low-grade flu hanging over me all the time, but increase of that. So low-grade fever, squashing me down, fatigue, increased muscle fatigue and weakness, and just feeling like I'm carrying like a heavy cloak and just kind of dragging myself out of bed and through a few sort of daily things. And then after 3 to 5 days, that starts to lift. Then it's just my ordinary amount of sickness. And I just feel kind of a ramping effect that is slight after the first infusion. 2 weeks later, the next infusion, it really kicks off. And then after about 10 days, my joints start to feel a little better. My muscles start to feel a little better. So this muscle wasting disease that I have, my muscles feel like kind of like they do after a really hard workout. So the action of the muscle disease is that these little proteins work themselves into the fiber of the muscle tissue, and then they bursting the muscles off, melting the muscles off of the bone. And that is the case when there is active muscle wasting. And even though I'm not actively muscle wasting right now, we've just checked and I'm not, yes, celebrate. There is still the sensation of something just kind of barbs in the muscle, just like a burning, soreness, like you've overexerted, and that sensation. And there is some relief of that with the infusion. It doesn't go away, but it does improve. And y'all, improvement in these chronic conditions ain't no joke. I mean, like, on the pain scale, a 6 is not an 8. A 6 is a world away from an 8, and an 8 is a world away from a 10. And so every little bit that we can carve out in our lives, every space that we can reclaim, every afternoon that is better than the morning, or day that is easier than the one before, like, these are mercies, these are blessings that are worth counting. And so Rituxan gives me usually a good month to 3 months where I feel some positive buoyancy from the infusion. And I can usually tell when it's time to get another infusion because I can feel it, that effect dropping off. And we've actually figured out when it's time for me to get infusions based on when that effect does drop off. So I used to go 6 months between infusions, and we've shortened the distance between them based on how I feel and when the effect of the infusion starts to wear off. So grateful that we can make that shift, and lucky that I have doctors who are paying attention and that there are med options out there. I think about our ancestors who lived with these illnesses without these modern medicines, and I am grateful that there are options. Even if they don't work perfectly, they are better than nothing. So there it is, my series on infusions for now. And I want to know about you. Have you tried infusions? Do you want to try infusions? What has worked? What has not? Have you had bad infusion reactions? So sound off. Let me know. And subscribe. If you have not already, I would love, love, love to count you as one of my subscribers. And then you'll know when the next episode is just magically delivered right to your podcasts or an email to your inbox about my next YouTube. So please subscribe. And until we're together again, I hope you are counting your blessings and finding out ways to carve out a little more life in your days. Until we're together again, be well.